Hey little fellas, what's up? Anyway, these are my views, no dislikes, okay? Anyways, today I'm talking about how you should treat others the way you want to be treated. So, in my last video, do you guys remember when I talked about how I got in trouble with the headphones and how I experienced that? Hey, Cuddles. So, as you know, just because you want to play a joke on someone, it doesn't mean you knock down their stuff, because then they'll be like, hey, why did you do that? So, you don't want to go through that, because then you'll be embarrassed like this. That's how I felt after I did that. Anyway, so, you should treat others the way you want to be treated. Anyways, I'll tell you the story. We had a block schedule last year because the juniors had testing, so that's why we had block schedule year long last year. I was a sophomore, so yeah. After lunch, I'm on my way to choir, and guess what? I see this one kid having headphones, and they were the color black. I remember what they look like, so I started to be sneaky, and then guess what? The headphones, I knocked him down, and then boom, they flew off his head, and went like this, just like that. And after they landed on the ground, my teacher, Mr. Rosas, he's like, "Did you just knock down his headphones?" And I got scared. I got scared. I was laughing a little bit about it, but you know, but just remember, you can't be doing that. And the kid goes up to him saying, "She knocked down my headset." Well, or headphones, it's the same thing. But then after he left to get to class, um, then after that, class went on. Class goes on, we read our music, and then after that, he gave us a break, like for a few minutes. I go up to Mr. Rosas, and then I'm like, I am so sorry I did that. I just wanted to play a joke on him. I wasn't trying to, break his headphones. His headphones are expensive. And one thing, it's not a toy. But this is a toy. Hey, Cuddles. Hi. So, trying to remember. Okay, so, anyway. After I told Mr. Rosas. Oh, sorry. After I told Mr. Rosas, I am so sorry. I just wanted to be playful. I was just trying to play a joke on him. But he said, I know you want to play a joke, but what made my heart pound is when he's like, so why did you do that? He asked me that. And I'm like, because I was just trying to play a joke on him. That's all. No big deal. But he's like, what if the headphones were to break? What if they were to broke? And headphones are expensive, you know? And I'm like, okay. So he's like, do you know Julian? And I'm like, no, I don't know him. So then I get probably nervous because I thought my teacher was gonna get mad at me, but you know, the teacher shouldn't get mad at you if you do something wrong or do something you're not supposed to. Like I explained in my last video, just because you do things you're not supposed to do, it doesn't mean you're bad, right, Cuddles? Right? Yes. That's a stuffed animal, guys. It's not a real sloth. Anyway, oh, Cuddles. Anyway, um, I was breathing really hard because I got really nervous because, like I said, I thought my teacher was gonna get mad, but he wasn't mad. He was calm about it. He was nice about it. Again, he asked me this, do you know Julian? And I'm like, no. Who's that? And then I realized it's one of his chamber kids, because I've seen them on Instagram. So, after I say that, he said, you gotta treat others the way you want to be treated. You don't want to be treated like when someone knocks down your backpack. Would you like that? And I'm like, no. So, and you guys don't want to be treated like that, right? Because I don't want to be treated like that when someone knocks down my stuff just because they're playing with me. Because then I'll be like, stop teasing me. Why'd you knock down my stuff? Like, you don't want to be in that problem. You know what I mean? So, after me and my teacher talked, he also said this, like, I know you want to joke. You can give a hug if you want. You can give a handshake if you want, but just because you joke, you don't knock down people's stuff like that. You gotta treat others the way you want to be treated. Like, say for example, I don't want anybody knocking down my cell phone or knocking down my computer, because computers, they're expensive, you know? Because the day if you break it, you pay for it. See? That's what happens when you don't take care of your stuff. Right, Cuddles? She's my favorite stuffed animal. Got her from the aquarium. Cuddles, you're my best friend. Anyway, so, and after that, I still got really nervous. And then, after we talked about it, he said they just flew off his head. Like, what if the headphones were to break? What if they were to damage? Or damage, it's the same thing as break, like when you break something or bust something, same thing. So, what else happened? Hang on, guys. Oh, I even told them that my anxiety was acting up. My anxiety was acting up like boom, boom, just like that. You know how you're nervous because you're gonna get in trouble for doing something you're not supposed to? Well, that's what happened. So, before that, he said, and for this, I will have to call your mom. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can't. He's like, well, you still have to treat others the way you want to be treated. And I told him again, my anxiety's acting up. It still was. It really was. And then I got scared because, again, I thought he was going to get mad at me, but he wasn't. He was nice about it. And then my hands were shaking after he told me he was going to call my parents for what I did. Was not nice. That's when I was going to go to therapy. And there I was, on my way to therapy, like I explained in my last video about don't use your energy to worry. And still, there I was on my way to therapy, still thinking about the headphone incident. So, my therapist and I, we were gonna talk about it, but I was like, there's something I have to tell you. And she's like, what is it? I covered my mouth. And she's like, are you okay? I wasn't able to talk for a minute, but then I was like, I was told not to be knocking down a kid's headphones. I was scared. And she's like, so why did you do that? And then again, I explained because I just wanted to play a joke on him. But moral of the story is don't knock down people's stuff. And I told her, oh my gosh, my parents are going to get mad. But then she said, they'll be asking, why would you do that, Isis? Why would you do that? They'll be asking, why would you do that? Oh. It's okay, Cuddles. I'm okay. Anyways, so, and then she's like, "You're a little distracted." Because we were talking about my quinceañera. And yeah, so I was distracted because my arms, they were still shaking. Yeah, like this. Because my anxiety was still acting up. But then after we talked about it, I calmed down a bit. But then after therapy was over, um, what else? Well, and there I was on my way back to choir, still anxious because I was worried I was gonna upset my parents, and after I tell them what happened, and I was still shaking. Class went on. I even told Miss Master about it, and she's like, "It's okay," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not okay to play a joke when you're knocking out people's stuff. Like, again, you wouldn't like it if someone were to knock down your backpack, or knock down your scarf, or knock down your hat, or whatever you have that belongs to you. Like, would you like that? No, I wouldn't like it either. You see? Look at my nails." Anyway, oh, hang on. You want to be treated by someone showing you kindness, someone who shows you support, but not when someone like knocks down your stuff. Like, I think he explained that way. Yeah. So, I mean, the headphones would have break. I mean, he was right. I mean, like, when I knocked down the kid's headphones, they just landed on the ground. They went, but nothing was damaged. Nothing was broken. They were perfectly fine when they were knocked down. But yeah, and then I know we shouldn't be doing that. Like I said, just because you do things you're not supposed to, it doesn't mean you're bad. Like, yeah. So, and then I was on my way to study skills, still feeling like that. Remember, this was last year. So, you know, I talked to my teacher about it in my study skills class. And then I told him about the whole headphone incident and why I knocked him down. Like I said, I wanted to play a joke on him. You know. And he said he joked before, but he said there was never a part when we were getting in trouble. That's all. So, he said you could tell your parents about it so the teacher doesn't call them by surprise. Just to give them a heads up, like tell them what happened so the teacher doesn't have to tell them what happened because you already told them what happened. So, yeah. Then, after that, I walked home after class was over. And then, hang on. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. Where was I? Oh, after I walked home from school, I still felt anxious. My anxiety didn't leave me alone. And I don't know where Joy was. She would have saved me after I talked it through with my teachers. Joy would have saved me, I think. Because anxiety, she was still learning after what happened with the headphones. So, go home as usual. Open my door, and then when me and my mom were making my bed, and I was like, "Mom, I need to talk to you." And she's like, okay. So I told her today was a bad day. She's like, why? What happened? That's her words, actually. Well, her words are like, what happened? What's wrong? And I told her about the headphone incident and what my teacher, Mr. Rosa, said. And she's like, you knocked on the headphones? I'm like, yeah. She's like, and you did that? I'm like, yeah. My heart was still beating. So I was going like this. I was just worried I'll get in trouble, you know. So, and I also told her that Mr. Rosas told me, treat others the way you want to be treated. She's like, you're right. Like, what did the headphones were to break? What did the kid say? And she said that the kid. Hang on, I'm making a mistake. No, actually not. I told her, all the kid told Mr. Rosas was, she knocked on my headphones. And then, like she said, what if the headphones were to break? What if the headphones were to, you know, get damaged? Like, just like that. And I was telling her that the headphones landed like this, and they flew off his head. So, I know it's nerve wracking. I understand. What do you guys think? You think we should be doing that? No. Moral of the story is, do not do it. Because then, your teacher will call your parents. That's only if you don't tell your parents what happened. So, I gave my mom a heads up about what happened. And then, yeah. So, as you know, that's why, hang on. Oh, I see. I also told my mom about how Mr. Rosas told me, treat others the way you want to be treated. You don't want to be treated like when someone knocks down your backpack. Would you like that? And I told her, yes. I don't want to be treated like that. Mm-mm. So, yeah, and she said, I'll call Mr. Rosa so he doesn't call me by surprise. Thank you for telling me what happened. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Kind of felt a little better because I was pretty nervous after it happened. And yeah, so, mm-hmm. Yeah. And after that happened, mom said she called Mr. Rosas, so Mr. Rosas said, I mean, the headphones were to Bray, like, she walked in the class and then flew off his head. And then he also told her that, I like that she understands, treat others the way you want to be treated. But he also said, she can't join chamber if she doesn't audition or sing a solo. Yeah, 'cause chamber. It's awesome. Right, guys? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, that was the story. Yeah. Like, we don't knock down other people's stuff, because it's their stuff, not your stuff. Anyway. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry to say this, but there are no shoutouts in this video. But in the next one, I promise I'll do some. I promise, so. See ya. Anything else you want to add, Cuddles? No? Okay. Whoa. See ya.